You didn't need a spot for that.
Okay, let's try it. Never does.
Recharter. That's all you do. Recharter without me and you're fine.
You did not need a spot for that.
Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof.
Would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary.
With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
100% a bear, which is like terrifying to say, but
Definitely a bear. Some men are very scary out there.
a bear.
But why? Don't they know a bear would just rip you to shreds just for being there?
Do men need women?
Yes.
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 Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
What would society be like without men?
I think the great men stay, the trash men go. Where's the trash man? Take them out.
What percentage of men are good and what percentage are trash?
10% are good.
Yeah.
90 of them are trash.
Yeah.
What would society be like without women?
Absolutely terrible.
What do you think feminism has done to modern day women?
I think modern day feminism is just an absolute disgrace. I think it's become a political weapon to push the narrative that women are inferior to men and women are not valued in society and women need to fight and be almost super aggressive towards men is completely wrong because women are probably one of the most valuable things in society.
And feminism tells women that men don't believe they're valuable.
Feminism tells women that men don't value them as a whole, but I think feminism makes women feel like they're not valuable to themselves, and I think that's the worst message that you could instill in the younger generation.
Logic versus emotions. The difference between an ethical argument and noise.
No, I'm not.
What does your hat say?
ICE.
What does that stand for?
Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement.
Hey, man. Listen.
Have a nice day.
I'm not saying that she was right.
Let's have a conversation.
She was not.
Transgender boys who might not have their own money to go buy tampons, if they're provided free in the bathroom, it's a huge plus.
Men do not menstruate. Only women menstruate. Now, you can call yourself whatever you want.
Don't menstruate, but trans men do menstruate.
No,
Same
they
as
don't.
non-binary people.
Only women.
Menstruating is not exclusive
Yes,
to
it
cis
is.
women. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So explain to me as to why my body menstruated at
If
some
your
point
chromosomes are XX and you're young, you menstruate. If you're XY, you don't.
Correct, but what about trans men and non-binary?
They're
We're
not men.
excluding a whole group of people
They're
who
women dressed
menstruate.
as men. You are not a man. You can pretend to be a man, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Live your life. Tell me what a man is.
Well, what's a man to you? You define a man for me.
You have chromosomes that are X and Y. That's what a man is.
So why are we just looking at the science of this as an example? When we've learned sex and gender identity are they're completely different things.
They're not completely different.
They are
things.
completely different.
Completely different words.
And sex is what you're born with, the sexual reproductive organs you have. Gender is what you identify with. They're completely
Well, I don't
different
accept that
things.
distinction. You have to argue for it. You're just giving a conclusion. You're just making it up.
It doesn't take rocket science to figure this out. If they can't afford simple things like tampon, what makes you think they can afford major surgeries and hormones?
Your name is not Jenna.
Please don't assume.
I am assuming.
I'm identifying as Jenna.
Okay, but your name's Caitlin. Why are you here?
No, I'm identifying as Jenna.
She just said my name is not Caitlin. Your name is Caitlin. Why are you here?
Please respect me and my person.
Jenna?
My name is Jenna and my pronouns are they and them. Respect it.
I
If
would
you
respect
don't,
your
Kids don't need to be anywhere near this stuff. But that kid, he's going places. Alex Jones?
They're creating a world government mark of the beast. 2.2 billion people just got told they can't use certain words. They're announcing giant cult-like brainwashing. They're teaching 5-year-olds how to suck cock.
The board's attempt to deny it, schools are quickly becoming a place where promoting activism is actually more important than promoting education. There are political signs all over RHS about specific races that matter, specific sexual orientations that matter, but when I questioned the RHS administration about how these signs were political, they told me that they were supporting human rights. So when I questioned why the equity statement couldn't represent all students, they told me that to even ask that question was outlandish and offensive. They told me, quote, "Whites have a pretty good situation right now," unquote. So is that not racism? Disregarding my question merely because of the color of my skin. To be honest, after enduring a year of the people in charge telling me that I'm a racist and I'm privileged, I've never noticed race more. Now, members of the board, I want you to take a good look at yourselves in the mirror tonight and ask, are you really standing up for the equality of all people, or are you just pushing a damaging political ideology on our students?
People often forget that kids can in fact be smarter than adults. And this kid, he is smarter than the whole school board combined.
Representative, will you commit to opposing a nationwide abortion ban?
Will you commit to putting some sunscreen on those legs? Man, I gotta wear welding goggles out here, they're so wide.
Identify as a lesbian, black, female, and some people might call me a little bit masculine. With your philosophy, tell me, what does my life look like through your eyes?
I don't have any foregone conclusions about you because I don't know you. And I think that's really important. A lot of people will try to pigeonhole you because of your identity. They will say, okay, well, you just said that you were lesbian and that you were black, and that's what I was talking about. So that means that you must support transgenderism because we added the letter onto the flag. That's wrong. I don't know you. I'd like to get to know you. I'd like to hear about your ideas. You know, people can become friends on the basis of who they actually are as individuals and not what society is demanding of you based on your sexual preference. You showed up to hear me. I'm sure you didn't agree with everything, but I changed your mind on other things, and I think that that's absolutely heroic in today's society.
Beautiful. Two people can walk away with different thoughts and no anger. I want this world, please. But unfortunately, these kinds of conversations always turn into a shouting and screaming match, which every single feminist is trained and equipped to do. Take a look. These feminist bumblecluts need to get hosed down like this.
All it takes is one drunk man to defeat a CNN reporter, and that's both funny and sad at the same time.
What's your most important issue?
The economy, getting the interest rates down, getting it where we can afford to live in America. Right now, it's too expensive.
You know, if you can afford a boat, you're not hurting so bad, right?
Listen, nobody gave me shit. I'm retired military, retired power plant, and I am successful and retired with boats, jet skis, because I did it right. And everybody has that chance.
I think it's interesting that people who are a little bit more comfortable are still so concerned about the economy.
Because I want my money to go further. I want inflation to go down. I want interest rates to go back down. I want all that. That covers everybody in the economy. Not just me, not just the poor, not just the rich. It covers everybody.
The audacity of that woman's argument is unbelievable. That's why a wise man once said,
"One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs."
Thank you so much.
That's
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Meanwhile,
Than any means so much to me because I want my kids to live in a country that reflects our values. I grew up in a working class family, my parents living paycheck to paycheck, several jobs each, and it's not that fun just to get by. And Kamala Harris promises an opportunity economy where we're not just going to get by anymore, we're going to thrive. All of us deserve a chance.
Can somebody please explain to me how is this a new way forward? When she's been in the office for 3 years, what a ridiculous campaign slogan.
Woke influencer tries to expose Trump, but accidentally makes him the best campaign ad ever.
Here are the first 15 promises he has made if he is reelected. First, he promises that he will carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in history. He will also ask for the death sentence for anyone convicted of human trafficking. He will put prayer back into school, and he will criminalize any race-based advantage programs. He will ban gender-affirming care for adults and children, and he will ban any federal dollars from going towards gender-affirming care. He will increase the penalties for underage criminal offenders, strengthen immunity for police officers, and deploy the National Guard to patrol woke cities. He will push Congress to pass legislation that would give every American the right to concealed carry anywhere at any time. He will demand that Europe pay back all the money we gave Ukraine, and then he will use all of that money to recruit for the American military.
She thinks the death penalty for sex trafficking is bad. Okay, Mr. Potato Head, chill out. You see, no taxpayer should ever have to pay for someone else's gender surgery. Guys, I want you guys to read the comments here. I'm not even an American, and if I was a citizen, I would be proud to have those done by my president. She should have finished with, "Make America Great Again." Now, ladies and gentlemen, with the election coming up, I just want to educate you guys. Now, this is a very touchy topic. Let's be grown adults and let's agree to disagree respectfully.
Trump was a great president.
Hello. Hello. Okay, so what makes you think, what defines a good president for you?
Good. No new wars. So the most peaceful time we've had in modern American history, almost the best economy we've had in modern American history. Wages going up for blue collar workers in particular.
Okay, no, I'm gonna stop there.
Okay.
So starting on point 2.
Well, point 1, what do you think about point 1? World peace.
I don't want to talk about point 1.
Oh, you don't want to talk about no world peace?
I think world peace is good, but I don't want to talk about
even
it.
Gaza was
Okay,
at war.
point 2.
Okay.
So
We'll get to that later.
Trump had a recession, right, during his presidency. Why is that good for the economy? Why does that result in a good economy?
Well, so you mean that the COVID related situation that we largely recovered back by the fall, 6 months later?
Yeah, I mean, he let it happen, right? He handled COVID bad enough that there was a recession as a result
So
of it.
which criticism of Trump are you saying? That he didn't lock down the country enough, or that he locked down the country too much?
I don't think he did nearly enough during the beginning of COVID.
Okay, got it. So he didn't lock down enough businesses and didn't shut down enough places?
I think he could have done a better job of preparing the country. He said a lot of outlandish things, that it doesn't matter, and to reduce panic.
He never said it doesn't matter. So he did 15 days to slow the spread, right, with Mike Pence. He also left it to the states. The heaviest lockdown states were California, New York. Do you know that more people died under COVID under Joe Biden than Donald Trump? That Donald Trump pushed early treatments.
Oh, wow, shocker. When Trump was voted out of office, then the pandemic continued for 3 years. More people died in 3 years than
in the same period of time.
In the same period of time. Okay, if a building is completely on fire and I need to be the one to put it out, of course, the damage done during my job of putting out the fire, rather than the person who could have prevented the fire from taking place.
How could Trump have prevented the fire?
He could have done a significantly better job of warning people for what was going to happen.
Wait,
if you look at what Trump said in March and February.
Be specific.
Be specific? Okay, so Trump in...
Be more specific.
I'm out.
This dude dashed to the table like Usain Bolt and had absolutely nothing to say. Just your typical disciple of the soy. All emotion, no logic. Charlie Kirk is a very well-spoken man and is very intelligent. I don't understand why people don't like him.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
This is so ridiculous. You realize that, right?
No, it's not. Fuck Trump. That's what I say.
I know, but I hate Trump too, Chad. But you don't see me out here destroying property. It's probably illegal.
You know what's a fucking crime? To have a fucking Trump dance sign.
Oh my God.
In the main line.
I can't believe you said that. What is wrong with you?
Oh, what is that? Oh my God.
What is that?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's just great. What happened?
Oh my God. Oh!
What?
These fucking people! They're fucking assholes!
I have to get to work. Don't tell me you got a flat.
Look what they did!
Oh boy.
Fucking asshole!
Well,
this is the epitome of leftist behavior. Gets mad at the person who put up the sign because he decided to break the law. These freaking a-holes, all while having a mask on. You can't make this stuff up.
Take a moment, and can we try to think of any law that gives the government the power to make a decision?
I know what you're gonna ask.
About a man's body. Let's
No.
just
No. Can you think of any laws that give government the power to make decisions about the male body?
I'm happy to answer a more specific question, but
Male versus female.
there are medical procedures.
Okay. That the government has the power to make a decision about a man's body?
I thought you were asking about medical procedures that are unique to men.
I'll repeat the question. Can you think of any laws that give the government the power to make decisions about the male body?
I'm not thinking of any right now, Senator.
Now let me just say this. Over 1 million American men have died in wars that our government ordered them to fight in. So the answer is yes. And I find it very embarrassing that this is the person you want to be the commander-in-chief of our country. Ms. Harris, your eggs have dried up decades ago. Stop trying to convince our other young women to murder their babies.
Meanwhile,
I love killing babies. I love it.
Jesus will. We have to give her the word.
I've had like 45 abortions and I'm going to keep having them.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.